Good morning, sir.
One, one. Actually, that Moodle platform they didn't prepared as of now. So online use we will have after the cat one. I will intimate the date. So the use we will have after cat one. So just I will recall what we was in the last class. So last class we was in about error control. That is automatic repeat request. Here, if any error bit is happening in the receiver side, then receiver will send an active acknowledgement to resend the particular the frame. If it is a positive acknowledgement, it will proceed next one. So ARQ, it is in three types. One is nothing but stop and wait ARQ, then go back and ARQ, then select repeat ARQ. So last class we just seen about stop and wait. So the name itself it indicates that it will first transmit a single frame, then it will wait to receive the acknowledgement from the receiver before sending the next frame. So depending upon the positive or negative acknowledgement, either transmitter will resend the same frame if error is happening, or it will send the next frame. The main the drawbacks, bottlenecks, the latency delay, that is the propagation delay. Because the channel transmitter channel is ideal until it receives the acknowledgement. So we are going to analyze the efficiency of the system.
Sir,
I think,
I had a doubt in that, sir.
yeah,
Sir, in that there is one part where you explained about premature packet sending. Basically, when you try to send a new frame before, like the acknowledgement for the previous frame will come, but we'll actually think it's the acknowledgement from the next frame.
yeah,
Sir, in that you said that in the header of the checker bit in the header of CRC, you'll send the frame number. Sir, so how does it happen, sir? Before sending the next frame, should we check that we got acknowledgement for the previous frame?
I just say so. Here you are asking,
Yes, sir, this one,
yeah,
sir.
what is the doubt here?
Sir, so here, for example, we have got the acknowledgement for frame 0 after frame 1 was sent.
Yeah,
Sir, so but then we will then assume that we will then get the acknowledgement. We'll assume the network will assume that it is acknowledgement for frame 1.
yeah, that's why this is the scenarios. To overcome that, we are adding sequence number in acknowledgement.
Sir, so before sending frame 1, we should check either its timeout or we have got acknowledgement for frame
Yeah,
0.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
Here, the timeout has been occurred, but automatically it again resend frame 0. Immediately
Okay,
after
sir.
resending frame 0, acknowledgement receiving. Now,
Okay.
this transmitter does not know whether acknowledgement for the frame 0 or whatever things. To overcome that, we are adding frame sequence in acknowledgement. This is the scenario problem. To overcome, to resolve the problem, we are adding frame sequence in the acknowledgement header.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. So the efficiency it is nothing but 1 minus NR by NF. So can you remember this formula? So we will see with an example. Let us consider the length of the frame is 1250 bytes. Then length of acknowledgement as well as it is nothing but that N0 it is nothing but 25 bytes. So we are considering 8 bits per frame. So the total number of bits for the frame 12508. So 10,000 bits. Similarly, a NA so 25, so 8 bits per byte, so it is a 200 bits. So we are going to analyze the performance efficiency of a system with the two case. The one is channel rate with 1 Mbps, next is with 1 Gbps, 1 Gbps. So this is nothing but the information rate. Information rate. So 1 millisecond, 10 millisecond, then we are going to analyze for 100 milliseconds, then we are going to analyze for the 1 second. So the first one in this formula, so this is nothing but this term is called as the delay bandwidth product. How will you calculate delay bandwidth? Delay, it is 1 millisecond. Bandwidth, it is 1 Mbps. So if you are multiplying these two, you will get it is in 10 power. This is 10 power 6. So this is 1 into 10 power minus 3. If you are multiplying these two, you will get 10 power 3 as a delay bandwidth product. So to calculate efficiency, substitute here, this is 10 power 3 divided by, so NF, you see here, it is at 10,000 bits. So 10 power 4, 1 minus, so N naught 200 divided by N of 10,000. Similarly, this term 1 plus 200 divided by 10,000. So simplify these things. If you are simplifying this, it is nothing but 10 power 3 by 10 power 4, the 1 by 10. So this term, it is nothing but 0.1. This term, so cancel 2 zeros, 2 by 100, 0.02. So 1 plus 0.02. So the numerator 1 minus 200 by 10,000. So cancel these two zeros. So the second term, it is 0.02. So 1 minus 0.02, this is nothing but 0.98. So it is equal to 0.98 divided by 1 plus 0.02 plus 0.1. So 0.98 divided by 1.12. So if you calculate 0.98 divided by 1.12, you will get an efficiency of the system. So 0.98 divided by 1.12. It is 87.5%. So you are getting 88% if the delay is 1 millisecond, then respectively the bandwidth is 1 Mbps. Similarly, next we are moving it 10 milliseconds. The similar way you can calculate. So delay bandwidth product for multiplying these two, it is 10 power 4. 10 power 4. So substitute here instead of this 10 power 3, substitute 10 power 4. Simplify this term, you will get an efficiency as 49%. Similarly, the next is delay is 100 milliseconds, 9%. 1 second, it is 1%. If you see here, if delay is increasing, or the respective the distance between transmitter and receiver is increasing, the efficiency is reducing. Similar way, you can proceed for 1 Gbps. 1 Gbps, that is 10 power 9. This is 10 power 6. Use the same formula, substitute, simplify. If you compare these two, a stop and wait protocol even does not work for the high speed. Actually, if the information rate bandwidth is increasing, efficiency should increase. Because, for example, if we are having any transmission systems, for example, take a small path. If at a time, if 5 vehicles able to pass, then automatically traffic will be high, their efficiency be low. If at a time, if you are able to pass through the track 10 vehicles, then automatically efficiency will be very high. That should be the actual case. But in terms of stop and wait ARQ, we check here. If you are increasing the bandwidth or information rate, the performance is reduced. So this is the main drawback. So stop and wait ARQ, it won't suit for high speed transmissions. It will suit for the low speed transmissions. It won't suit for high speed. Similarly, it won't suit for the long propagation delay. It won't suit for the long propagation delay. So this is the main drawbacks of the stop and ARQ. In this case, error is 0. We are not assuming any error. Error probability, it is at 0. Let us assume there is no error in the channel. So second case, because naturally during the transmissions, definitely error will be happening. Because if error is there, we have to again retransmit the same frames to get the correct the frames in the receiver side. So second case, let us consider with the error. With the error. So automatically, if it is with the error, the transmission time is nothing but T naught by 1 minus PF. If there is no error, so PF is 0, it is T naught in the previous case. If error is happening, automatically you know that average total time T naught, it is nothing but T naught by 1 minus PF. Just substitute here, you will get this is the efficiency in terms of stop and PF. So all these things are same. Only thing it is multiplied with 1 minus PF. The same formula after getting we are just multiplying that with the 1 minus PF. That is nothing but effect of the frame loss. The same problem, frame length is 1250 bytes. Acknowledgement and overget the frame is 25 bytes length. Efficiency, we are assuming the error is nothing but 0. That is the probability of the random bit error or 10 power minus 6, 10 power minus 5, 10 power minus 4. So now we are going to calculate efficiency for a error thing. I think this is the formula you already studied in the probability theory random process. So 1 minus PF it is nothing but 1 minus P whole power n. I think this is studied in the probability theory. 1 minus PF is nothing but 1 minus P whole power n. That is, I think there you studied as 1 minus P whole power n. So for the same thing, we are going to calculate. First one is, if there is no error, 0, automatically it is nothing but the previous case. Here there is no error, it is nothing but the previous case. So, if there is no error, automatically it is getting 88%. If error is happening, it is nothing but 1 Mbps, 1 millisecond we are considering. If error is happening, 10 power minus 6, substitute here. So 1 minus 10 power minus 6 whole power 10,000. It is equal to 1 minus 0. So you will get so it is equal to 0.9908 you will get. So 0.99. So 0.99, you have to substitute in this equation. This is 0.99. 1 minus PF is 0.99. So this answer already we got. Suppose if without error, this is nothing but 88%. So the next is nothing but 88 into 0.99, you will get 86.6. Similarly, if it is 10 power, the minus 5, the same way 1 minus 10 power minus 5 whole power 10,000. If you substitute, if you simplify, you will get as 0.905. Then 0.905 into 88, it is nothing but 79.2%. Similarly, for 10 power minus 4, you will get 32%. If you see here, if the error is, if bit errors and have the major effect on the performance. If error probability is increasing, the performance will be very, very less. Even though with the same 1 Mbps, for same 1 millisecond as the propagation delay, if there is no error, 88%. If error is high, automatically performance has been reduced to 32%. So, stop and VRQ, it won't suit for high speed channel. It won't suit for the long propagation delay. Similarly, it won't suit for the errored scenario. This is the main drawbacks of the stop and here. To overcome that, we are going for the go back again ARQ, then as well as selective repeat. Here in a stop ride, we are waiting for long time to receive the acknowledgement. But instead of that, we are going for choosing windows, maybe window size, for example, it is 10. So without waiting for receiving acknowledgement from the receiver, we are sending all the frames, all the 10 frames. F0 to F9, we are going to transmit. We are not waiting for any acknowledgement. So even if you compare stop and wait with another two methodology, here in the ideal time, it is the main drawbacks. This ideal time, yeah, the main drawbacks channel is in the ideal time to wait to receive an acknowledgement. To overcome that, we are continuously we are transmitting the sequences. We are not waiting to receive acknowledgement. So for that, we are choosing that window, that is windowing functions. I think studied in the DSP also. Windowing function is nothing but it is having the particular length of the values. It will pass simultaneously all the values, all the values, all the values. So if you are going for that, automatically you can be able to increase the efficiency of the stop and wait or efficiency of an ART. So next we will see about the sliding window protocol. That is the basic for next two methodology. It is a basic for next two methodology. So sliding window, the name itself indicates that. So if you see that the sliding window, slowly, if each and everything, if it is passes, slowly we are at the closing the sliding window. If we are receiving any acknowledgement from the opposite side, automatically sliding window will move. How the sliding window will work? So let us consider this is window, this is one sliding. So if each and everything it is passing, so sliding door will move, it will go, it will close. If we are receiving response from opposite once, it will move this side. If you are receiving response for the second, it will again move on the left side. That means the windowing size will be increases. Windowing size will be increases. The similar methodology, the sliding window protocol will also will work. The frames and the bit sequence, it is nothing but the 2 power k. Center side window expands after receiving acknowledgement. I told if we are receiving any response from here, that window will open it. Otherwise, it won't open. It won't open. So receiver side window expands after sending acknowledgement. Receiver side also, if acknowledgement is sending, a receiver window will expand. For the next frame. Next frame. So kindly listen, carefully listen. You will get one problem from this sliding window protocol for the cat. Here, for example, we are assuming the window length is 7. Both the sides, we are assuming window length is 7. That means from 0 to 6. Window length is 7. Then the frame length is 8. So commonly, we are assuming frame length is 8. Always window length should be at least lesser than the frame size. The reason is if you are not receiving any response, automatically that the entire the window will be exhaust. To overcome that the frame length, if it is 8 means window size at least it should be lesser than 1. For example, let us assume in this problem window size 7 is on both. That means from 0 to 6. 0 to 6 on both sides. Now, in this scenario, data 0 is transmitting from sender to receiver. So it is not receiving acknowledgement. So what will happen? So this data 0 will be removed from window. That means if you are if you are sending one thing, automatically I told if you are sending, automatically the window will close it. The size will be shrinked. So now I got transmitted data 0. So at this case, automatically the window size will be from 7 to 6. That is 1 to 6. Similarly here in the receiving side, as of now, it didn't send any acknowledgement. Once acknowledgement is sent from the receiver, the window size will be expand. Here in this case, it receives the data 0, but still it is the processing. So automatically, if you see here, data 0 is received, the acknowledgement is processed. For the next case, Here data 1 is sending. So data 1 is also will be removed from the window. Here in the receiver side, so 0 is received, 1 is received, but still it is the processing of the acknowledgement. Now the data 0, data 1 both are received without any acknowledgement. That means I have received up to 0, 1. I am waiting to receive the respective data 2. The ACK2 means the meaning is up to data 0, data 1 I have received. I am waiting to receive data 2. Data 2. Now, so the receiver respond with ACK2. That means it has processed data 0, data 1. Now it expand the window size. Expand window size. It processes two data. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the window size is 5. It expand to, so automatically window is from 2 to 0. It includes next two the respective the windows into the frame, into the sliding window frame. Now it is from the 2 to 0. Similarly, in the center side, it receives ACK2. That means automatically, it understands that two data are transmitted without any error. Now in the center side also, it expands the sliding window with the two frame. Now it is from 2 to 0. Any doubt up to here?
No, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So next, data 2 is transmitting. 2 is transmitting. So automatically, that 2 will be removed from the sender side. 2 is receiving at the receiver side. So now 2 is also removed. Meanwhile, receiver process the data. It send an ACK3. That means up to data 2 I got received without any error. I am going to receive. I am waiting to receive the 3. So it process the acknowledgement automatically. The next the frame will be come into the sliding. So now it is 3 to 1. Similarly, in the sender side, so it receives ACK3. That means it expands the respective window size. So 1 is come into the window size. So next, it sends data 3. So 3 is removed. Similar receiver side, it receives data 3. 3 is removed. So receiver is processing acknowledgement. So meanwhile, data 4 is also sending. So 4 is also removed from the center side window. Receiver, it receives 4, it is removed. Meanwhile, the 5 is also sending. So 5 is also removed. The receiver receive 5, 5 is also removed. Meanwhile, during this time, receiver process all the data 3, data 4, data 5. Then it identifies there is no error. Now the receiver responding ACK6. That means up to the data 5 it processed. So data 3 is also correct, 4 is also correct, 5 is also correct. So now 3 data are correct. It expands the respective window size 3. It includes 3 frames. 3 frames. That means it includes 2, 3, 4. Now 6, 7, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is the window size. Window in the receiver. So similarly, meanwhile, the sender receives the ACK6. That means up to data 5 it was clear. So now it expands the window by 3. Now 6, 7, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is the window size. So this is nothing but the sliding window protocol. In the examinations, we won't give like this diagram. We will give this scenarios. For example, sender side, a time instant 1, data 0 is transmitted. Receiver side, respective data 0 is received. Then time instant 2, data 1 is transmitted, center side. Receiver side, data 1 is received. At time instant 3, there is no response from sender. So receiver side, what we will give? It process the respective informations. It acknowledge it for the data 1. So we will give these scenarios. You have to draw this sliding window frames. So you will get one problem like this. We will give the scenarios. You have to draw the respective the sliding window, the frames you have to draw. So that one more example. Here also same scenario. Window size is 7. Frame length is 8. So now F0, F1, F2, all these things are transmitting. So all these frame will be removed from window. Now window is 3 to 6. Receiver side, it receives F0, F1, F2. So this is removed only, if you see here, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now RR3. RR means, so we have received without any error. I have received 0, 1, 2. I am ready to receive 3. RR means I am ready to receive. I am ready to receive. I am ready to receive the 3. That means up to F0, F1, F2 I have received. If you see here, so that the respective window size will be expand 3. So it included 3 in the receiving window. Similarly, if acknowledgement is received at the transmitter, the transmit also it includes the 3 frames. Now it is from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0, 1. So now F3, F4, if you see here, if it is transmitting, F3 is transmitting, F3 is received, F3 is received. Meanwhile, it processes the same thing also. It receives F3, immediately it processes the respective response. 3 is removed. Here, next the frame is included. If you see here, these two processes, it happens at the same time, same instant. It receiving F3, immediately process, it responding. So 3 is removed from the window, and next, it expand. It shrink 1, it expand 1, expand 1, expand 1. So now it is receiving RR4 here. Meanwhile, sender sends 3, 4, 5, 6. That means, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be removed here from the center side. It is 701, 701. So meanwhile, the sender receives the respective RR4 here. That means, it expands 1 because it receives for 4, it expands 1. And the receiver side, so 4, 5, 6, it removes 4, 5, 6. The windows contain only 701, 1, 2 because it does not process any acknowledgement. So 7012. So we may ask, we will give this scenarios. We will give this scenarios. Then we may ask to identify the respective sliding window. You kindly practice well for examination. Now,
Sir,
yeah.
Sir, can you please repeat why window size should be greater than frame size? Window size should be less than frame size.
If window size is greater than frame size, if we are not receiving the respective response within that window size. For example, let us consider frame size is 6, window size is 8. If you are not responding the acknowledgement for any of the 6 frame before that window exhaust means, it has to wait. It has to wait because the frame length is the 6. So after 6, again it has to retransmit from 1 to 6. It does not receive any response, any acknowledgement from the receiver side. So here, like a stop and wait, like a stop and, for example, let us consider frame size is, for example, 6. Window is 8. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is nothing but the frame, 6 frame. Windows 8 means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is nothing but the window, sliding window. So we are continuously transmitting 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up to this, suppose if you are not receiving any response from the receiver, again it will sender 0, receiver will get a confusion that whether this 0 is the respective, it is belonging to the first set of packets or with the second set of packets, since the receiver does not process any acknowledgement. So that confusion will be created. To overcome that, if this is lesser than this, suppose this is lesser than this, then automatically, if all these frames has been transmitted, if you are not receiving any response, it won't further transmit any other frames. It will wait to receive the acknowledgement from the receiver. Only to avoid the confusions, always that window size should be lesser than the frame length.
Okay, sir. Understood.
Okay, okay, thank you.